What is up, everybody? It's your boy Bruce Wulfe back with you again in Conan Exiles. It has been a long time since I've been in this game, but they've come a long way. So, May 8th, I believe it is, so in just a few days from now, Conan Exiles is going to be releasing on all platforms, like its actual release. So, I covered this game pretty heavily back when it first came out, and some of my best videos ever. Oh, most viewed videos, I'm not going to say best, but I've been in this game, so I've got a lot of hours in here, and been gone for like a year, so now I'm back, and I'm going to fill in new players, old players that are coming back like I am, and I'm not really informing new players or anything. You're going to find this stuff out anyway. I might start some tutorials on this game again, but I'm going to go over all the stuff that's new, and I'm going to go over whether I think it's worth buying if you're a new person. Alright? So, first off, shiny armor. Anyway. Alright, so, first off, let's start with some of the biggest things here, and that's going to be the map. So, guys, you'll know this part really well, because this part right here is all that we had when it launched. But, now we've got all this part, all of this part, and when they release, they're going to release volcano and apparently this area is swamp. Alright, so there's a lot of new thralls, there's a lot of new mechanics, there's a lot of new weapons, armor, there's all kinds of new stuff. So, and we have up here, these are Nordheimer camps for thralls here and here. There's dungeons. There's a dungeon there. The Black Keep. I don't know. All right, the Temple of Frost is kind of like where the old Skeleton Dragon was, where it's not really a dungeon. You don't zone into the instance. It's more like a really difficult area where there's like a boss at the end of the area that you can find. That kind of thing. Black Keep is a dungeon with mechanics very similar to the Dredge, where you have mechanics that you have to go through. A boss at the end to do. I'm not going to spoil it all because it's really kind of cool, especially the first couple times you do it. But the Black Keep armor is what I'm wearing right here. And while we're on this screen, we've got more things to go over. So you can see these are all they have these little purple things on the side. That means they're epic. So they're a crafting level above. They're like above exceptional and all that. Like if you had an armor smith. You make those in the past, and they're pink. So there's a couple different ways that goes, and for that we're gonna go into feats real quick, and we'll just focus on armor now. So these are all the basic armors. You have the three basic armors that we all remember from the very beginning, and they did release like the reptilian and the hyena. I can't even remember where the hyena skin one is. But they started doing this when I was leaving the game. I think our last video with Comrade was on making these armors and doing dyes and stuff like that. But now there's so many more. There's so many different styles of armor. There's benefits, positives, and negatives for each one. And these epic ones, if you, I'm going to spoiler a bit. No, I'll just go to attribute. So you see I have +3s on all this stuff. That's from like my equipment. My armor gives me increase on my stats, which is fucking amazeballs. Just saying. You can also do that same things with weapons, and you can upgrade them in several different ways. So let's just go to the master. You can make a thing to add damage. It adds about 6 points of damage on any weapon that you can get one that makes your tools more efficient. It basically maxes out whatever tool you like. So you can pick your tool, your tools by like do a hardened steel or whatever. Go by durability though, because all of these seem to decrease your durability except for the reinforcement kit. So advanced reinforcement kit adds durability. So if you remember, you still can't repair named weapons and stuff. So you can add a reinforcement kit in it, make it last even longer if you have one you really like. You can increase armor penetration. You can lower the stamina cost. You can increase a stun on it. You can do a lot with weapons and in armor. You can also do a lot in armor. So you can put thick armor plating, which makes your armor stronger. You get advanced armor flexibility kit, which lowers the weight in it. I think I tried it. The armor I currently have has that on it, but I didn't really know. Sorry. There is war paints, which apparently they do a thing. I haven't played with these too much. I will get into them, but for now I haven't played with them too. So let's go to weapons again. So these are a lot of the weapons we've seen before. We have a new material, a new resource called star metal. Really hard to get. It's supposed to be in game, but all this stuff is fairly close to the hardened steel, which is the very end game stuff. You can see the hardened steel great swords 47. It is around somewhere. There it is. That's Acaroni, and that is definitely the highest. But so 52 is the highest without star metal, and the star metal is 47, so it's the same as the hardened two-handed sword, but it's a lot cheaper. So you can, and it looks cool because it has a glowy bit on it and all that stuff. We have the same old stuff that we've seen before. There's when you complete these dungeons and various different things throughout this, then you unlock new recipes like the Abysmal from the Dredge or King Scourge from Black Keep. It just unlocks all of them. Doesn't take any feat points for you. Nothing, none of that stuff. So it's pretty cool. And the hugest thing I think for me is a stat screen. So let me go ahead and put a weapon on here. Now, if I go to stats, it'll tell you all the different things. We actually have the numbers now instead of me having to sit there for an hour hitting psi with hitting psi with the weapon up in my strength, hitting psi with them again to do like the stat update video that I did, stuff like that. So we actually have things now. So you can see the melee damage that you get from your weapon and the bonus from strength, which you can see my strength's at 44. Up there at max strength, it literally straight up doubles the damage from your weapon. Believe ranged is also the same. You can see your health. You can see your damage reduction. You can see your temperature resistant, which, as you saw on the map earlier, snow is going to be different than desert. They did good on that too. They made the sandstorm actually hurt as well too. Side note. Anyway, so you can see all these things, all the different things that we've got going on here. So it's pretty damn cool. And attributes, also there's tiers. You can see on the right side there, you get special little perks if you get your stat X whatever stat leveled up to whatever point. So everybody's trying, so you can read them. It's a really cool thing. Some of these completely and totally change the game. Like vitality being maxed out, everything you eat now counts as a healing potion. So, and you double your potion. So you hit an aloe potion, it's like a full fucking heal now. Like, come on, that's amazing. It makes it to where you can actually do things. You don't have to have a shield to tank some of these bosses because you can do that. And probably the most overpowered one of all, in my opinion, is encumbrance. When you're over encumbered, you can move at full speed. I've been up to like full encumbrance, all that. I mean, you can see we've got no, not that box. This box. Like, we filled up like 4 of these boxes with black ice, which you can see is not light. And we didn't even notice how encumbered we were. It's just stamina goes down really fast. About it. By this torch. Where? I look Black Knighty. It didn't really work. Anyway, alright, so the customization and the ability to change different things with your armors, with your weapons, you can totally spec out to do, you can actually make a build, like an MMO build now. It's freaking amazing. They also, you see down here, they have a Purge Meter. Actually, the last update they just did, they did a lot of work on this. So they've been talking about it since the beginning. It's one of those promise things, and they actually came through on it. The more time, you can see our line right here, we're filling up. Just standing here, I'm raising Purge points. When this bar fills up, the Purge attacks us. All the NPCs of that area will attack your base, whether you're there or not. So, I mean, that's a huge thing. That was a big thing that they had talked about putting into the game that I was stoked for from the very beginning. It's in now. Freaking amazing. That's all I'm saying. If you're a builder and you just want to do like the cool building things, like, it's a setting. You can turn it off if you want to. If you're playing by yourself and you just don't want to deal with it. There's fishing in the game now. There's different types of build. You actually have wood building now, I believe. There, see, we have wooden. We have a different kind of walls and foundations and everything. Insulated wood. There's black ice reinforced wood. So there's a whole wood tier on top of just the sandstone blocks that you could build and the various types of stone. As you can see, yeah, there's fish. Um, they changed a lot of the stuff with the map. So those of you that remember, like this entire area, you gain corruption just by walking in there. Now it's only in certain spots, so you can actually wander around in here without carrying a dancer with you to pop down everywhere. There's a couple bosses that you can deal with, but you know you go into that like those places and it's all good. It's not really a thing you have to worry about. Um, they have you can make a map, which we have made. We just haven't put it down, but it's this gigantic room. It's a topographical map of all this. That's like the size of this entire room is how big it is. It's amazing, and it's great. It's amazingly crafted. It looks beautiful. It is a exact replica of how this whole map looks like in topographical, so you can climb the mountains and stuff. It's really cool. They added that in. There's words. They added a lot of stuff in. I've been having a blast. I've been streaming this heavily on Twitch. If you haven't been back in Conan in a long time, revisit it. If you're debating on buying Conan and you like survival games or the survival MMO thing that people are trying to do now, this one's probably the closest to making that work that I've had in a while. They've come a long way. I'm really happy with them. I do recommend the game. Let's go on to the negatives. The sorcery that they're planning to add, they decided they had to veto that on being able to be put in the game before launch. So that's still on the list of things they want to do, but it isn't in the game yet. Mounts, not in the game yet. Again, they decided they weren't going to focus on that. They were going to get every bug out that they could figure out and do all that stuff before launch. The settler, where the AI, where you can have your thralls walking around and actually make a city with like interactive. The thralls you catch can be interactive and do things on their own stuff. That's not in the game yet. They focused a lot more on increasing content than changing the content, which I actually support. But if that's stuff that you were really waiting for, it ain't here yet. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, guys. So in finale, I'm gonna say Conan. It's worth a buy. I definitely I was sent my code by the developers way back in the beginning. So, but I have bought this for my nephew and. Sai bought it. We've bought it for other people and stuff. I strongly recommend it. It is a good game. Either playing single player or finding a server. Both are really fun. The building on it, the creativity combined with the action. Oh, that's the other thing. So it's no longer just slash. You don't just do this all the time. Now there's actually a combo. So you can do like a light attack, heavy, and do a heavy freaking finisher type thing right there. You can do a full heavy thing, which is slow but hits hard. And you can kick them in the face. So, also it changes if you're in heavy armor. Like that's your dodge. That's how much dodge you get. If I, all right. So I go on this and then I dodge. See how far I go? So there's actually benefits to going with like a medium or heavy or medium or light armor build. Other than just throwing on the highest armor you can get. If you like doing dodgy things, you can. There's combos. They're customized for each different type of weapon. There's status effects that each weapon does. Like sword is cripple. Daggers do a bleed, a dot damage type thing. It's really cool. You can do several different combos, like left, right, like light, heavy, heavy. Basically, it's set on a 4-move type combo system, and you can mix it between light and heavy as you decide to get whichever finisher or whatever moves you want to do during them. Really cool thing. Huge update to combat, and it makes the combat fun enough where, you actually like going and freaking just destroying stuff over in like Unnamed City and stuff. Plus, look how beautiful it is up here, guys. Gorgeous. Oh, this is the Insulated Wood right there. This is the tier 3. It takes new material to make it, but it basically. But yeah, look around, guys. Look how beautiful they have made this, and of course, you can do this now. I'll climb this wall. Why? Because I want. You can climb down. I think that's cool. It gives you a lot more mobility. Like, you don't have mounts, but the ability to climb instead of building 4 billion stairs, and hopefully you can get up to wherever you're going. Like, you gotta admit that is cool. And yeah, there's just so much added into this game. It's been so long. I can't cover it all in one video. Just wanted to show you guys some of the things that have been changed, and I got a lot of you guys that watched me from Conan, and just saying it's worth picking it up again. Check it out. The full release is May 8th. If you haven't got it and you're debating about it, I recommend it. Try it out. If you like these kind of games, it's a good one. And it's beauteous. Very beauteous. Thralls are a lot harder to get, so it's actually a challenge now. Like, they added a lot of challenge to the game without making it stupid. That makes sense. I think it does. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. As always, square up with that like button, like it's your favorite hater. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the Twitch if you want to watch some more gameplay on Conan and a bazillion other games. I stream fairly regularly. I don't have a schedule, but most of the weekdays I stream for several hours in the evenings. If you I always announce on Twitter, which you can also follow me there, and if you shoot me a follow on Twitch, you'll every time live. So that's it. Post your comment in comments Post comments below on what you think, and if you're a returning player that's been playing after a few years, what's your favorite add-in that they have done. And I'd love to hear it from you guys. And yeah, let's go do it for this one, guys. I'll catch all of you next time. Later.